Hello guys and welcome back. I'm Piotr and this is Daily Read, when we try to read something every day and learn something new. Still we're going through Spark, so pretty much let's set up our timer for 15 minutes. Grab a book, whatever you want, just to sit there, relax and read, listen to some music. And let's go! The chapter is Hormonal Changes. Might be interesting. The chapter is Hormonal Changes, the impact on women's brain health. And the impact is of course made by exercise. And just right out of the blue we learn that there of course is a powerful influence, and exercises actually help to regulate the hormonal spikes and changes throughout the periodic cycle of month, then menopause, and getting older. Pretty much. So far, there's that. Let's read deeper into it. Okay, so this is pretty... Actually, I'm happy that I'm a guy. The average woman has from 400 to 500 menstrual cycles. Everyone lasting 4 to 7 days. It's pretty much around 9 years of constantly either having a period or having a PMS. And unfortunately, of course nobody will want you to say it and talk about this, but yeah, as John Retty friend says, some girls actually do go crazy because it's that much of a problem. The hormonal spikes, the periodic cycles, all that. Of course with age it does get a lot easier because you're simply getting used to it as a woman. Of course, I don't speak from experience, but exercise should be helping. Let's read more. Oh yeah, and of course by crazy I did mean that some form of PMS, distress, physical or emotional, or maybe even both. So pretty much it's stressful. %14% of girls or women actually miss school or work because of PMS. And the girl that John Retty is actually interviewing here says that before her period, during the PMS, she actually trains every day for 4 to 7 even days, pretty much the whole week, or every other day the minimum, and it does help her a lot. There are no specifics here because it's pretty much hard to tell, because for everyone it will be different, but well, she feels a lot better because of the exercise, and the period is a lot easier to handle. Maybe you should try it. Or maybe we should actually try it with our girlfriends. Like, for example, take your girl out to the gym by an accident just before her period during her PMS, and let's see if it will work. Curious, but... PMS was described multiple times in Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, and there are around 150 symptoms for that single issue. I mean, I wouldn't call it an issue because it's nature, but 150 symptoms around. And of course, one of the best scientists don't really precisely know, but they know that those are hormonal changes. Okay, so another thing is that estrogen is actually spiking to around 5 times. It's high in the regular days, in the PMS. This is why, for example, in some periods of the month, women prefer more childish men. I mean, from their looks, and in the other part of the month, they prefer a lot more masculine men. And also, which is very important, it's not about the actually amount of the hormones in your body, but how your body is sensitive to the changes. And given that, for example, exercise might teach your body how to handle those hormones regulatory issues, because if you, for example, you exercise a lot, you got norepinephrine and dopamine, all that jazz going on inside you, it spikes, it's getting lowered, and your body is pretty much able to handle this. And if you are a lot more sensitive to any hormone spikes, it will be a lot worse for you. And by exercise, you will tell your body that, yeah, I can handle it, and your body will actually be able to make it a lot easier for you. I don't know, I can't really test this, but from what here it is written, it actually makes a lot of sense. Depletion of tryptophan leads to aggressiveness. Remember that. And tryptophan is actually something that helps us sleep. You can watch, there was an episode of Stargate around that subject. And tryptophan actually does lower your serotonin in your body and responsiveness to it, so pretty much you feel just simply bad, aggressive, snappy, and there's that. Oh, and of course, the lower the tryptophan, the harder it is for you to sleep. The higher the tryptophan, the easier it is for you to sleep. Like, for example, eating a banana helps you fall asleep because it can provide you with the building blocks for that hormone, for tryptophan. And yes, aggressiveness is one of the symptoms of PMS, obviously. Additionally, estrogen, progesterone, it's pretty much, they are only a precursors for a lot and a dozen other hormonal changes and hormones themselves. So pretty much it's not that easy, and of course exercise helps increasing the BDNF, which helps by extension the functioning of your brain, because as we talked previously, the noise between the synapses and the actual signal is a lot clearer. So it's like you would actually be able to a lot easier focus and not to get yourself allowed into PMS, for example, mood, as far as I can understand this. So exercises actually train you to just simply take control a lot easier, instead of actually just feeling and going with the flow when you have a bad mood. And one of the myths, pretty much, if you are pregnant, yes, you can exercise, and you should always exercise, no matter what. Of course, if you can and you are healthy. And they're pretty much usual, as I can read this again and again, at least 30 minutes a day of a regular aerobic training. Like, pretty much go for a fast walk around your neighborhood. It should be more than enough. And this is like for anyone. And they pretty much still go into that around women's health, exercises, hormones, and pregnancy. There are a lot of myths, and pretty much those are popular. So pretty much they are still in the circulation, and you can read about the same shit all over and over again. Just like for men, it's get your abs in 6 weeks. Like, no, the fuck you can't. I mean, you should do nothing but that. But in general, no can do. Especially if you got a lot of weight to lose and you are fat. So just don't take everything at face value. Always have a big grain of salt nowadays. And always read and research on your own. It's the most important thing you can do. Question everything and just simply eventually test this on your own with, of course, knowledge, medical expertise, and actually reading about that stuff and figuring out what would be the best action, and always measure it. If it would actually work, you need to see some change. This is like the crucial part, and the bottom line is, if you feel good, that feels good, there's nothing more to do. For example, if this is enough, it's awesome, but remember, always critique everything, ask and argue to actually find the real truth that there is inside this, instead taking everything as this. And the last part, why actually exercise is good when you are pregnant and for a baby. Because, well, if you exercise, there's a lot of positive hormones moving around your body, and you are, at least as I feel, I'm training, I'm just tired, I'm not feeling stressed. And if I don't feel stressed, my baby wouldn't feel stressed. At least I can think about that like that. So this is number one. You want to de-stress? Go exercise. Okay, so pretty much our 15 minutes are up. Hope you liked it. I hope you read something on your own. Tomorrow is another episode. We are still finishing Spark. I am still finishing Spark. A couple of pages to go, and I can't wait to go into Simon Sinek, or I got a new book, but I will tell you about this tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and have a nice day. See you next time. Bye for now.